Welcome back to WY Athletics. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but we are back up and live here at North Tonawanda for tonight's Section 6 Class A North Division football matchup. North Tonawanda playing host to Kenmore East. Just a little less than 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter, and North Tonawanda off to a nice start as Nash Rieseman gets a carry, and he's tripped up just around the 15. That's going to make it 1st and 10 for North Tonawanda. John Simon, Tim Chiefa here for you on the call. And Tim, I was just saying it, great start to this second half for North Tonawanda's offense. They get a great starting field position on a short kickoff, a big run from Sam Heim, and now they are knocking on the door at 1st and 10 at, it looks like they're spotting it at the 10 of Kenmore East.
Yeah, and a really confidence booster for Heim, too. Last 2 times he ran the ball prior to that run, he put the ball on the ground. So a nice run, maybe give his confidence back here.
1st and goal from the 10. It's going to be a handoff to Johnson. He's got 1 score today, and he goes across the plane for number 2. Dennis Johnson with the rushing touchdown gets North Tonawanda its first score of the second half.
This drive right here, we get back into the game, we pound it down their throats, and that's exactly what they did. Looks like we got a hurt Bulldog on the field right now. Let's hope he's okay.
And that is number 10 of Kenmore East. Jordan Ward had a couple nice catches in the first half, also plays safety on the defensive side, and it looks like he's getting his left leg worked out right now by one of the trainers. But after that score, it's 15-12. Kenmore East on top of North Tonawanda. 9.5 to go in this third quarter. Kenmore East playing their first game of the season tonight after last week's season opener against Dunkirk was canceled due to COVID. And then you got North Tonawanda playing in their second game, or off to an 0-1 start, but are looking to get their first league win here at home tonight against the Bulldogs.
It looks like Ward was able to run off by himself, maybe just cramped up a little bit.
So that was a 10-yard rushing score for Dennis Johnson, his second touchdown run of the game. The first was a 21-yard scamper back in the first quarter. And we'll see now if North Tonawanda can inch closer. They're going for 2, it appears, with the deficit at 3. Rieseman takes the snap, quick pass off to the side, and that's an easy 2-point conversion. The Lumberjacks cut the deficit to 1. It's 15-14 Ken East.
We got a ball game. Great start of the second half for North Tonawanda. Let's see if Kenmore East can answer just like they did and keep this momentum going that they had to end the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Ken East has been able to answer everything that North Tonawanda has thrown at them so far in this one. This offense looked great in the first half. The big question for the Bulldogs right now is Danny Klein, sophomore quarterback, had a great first 2 opening quarters in this one. Pair of passing touchdowns, I should say, to Coburn, but he had that injury, or what appeared to be a little bit of an injury late in the first half, fell on his shoulder, and he has not been on the field since then. Granted, most of that time was halftime, right, but we'll see the status of the sophomore play caller for Ken East, and we'll see how he looks on this first drive if he does take the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if Kenmore East can answer. But, North Tonawanda, they're down a point right now. Really, a couple times just shot themselves in the foot. Maybe should be up a little more. Should be up in this game. Give credit to Kenmore East, though, taking advantage of those mistakes by North Tonawanda. So it's really going to see if North Tonawanda could limit the mistakes in the second half, and if Kenmore East can keep the momentum going and the good offensive first half that they had.
Kickoff here from the Lumberjacks. It's going to be returned around the 35 by Orlando. He cuts back to the middle. He goes all the way to the right side of the field, and it looks like he's going to be brought down. They mark him at the Kenmore East 30. So pretty good kick by North Tonawanda. They're giving Kenmore East offense 70 yards of room between there and the goal line. That's a considerable amount for this group.
Yeah, not too bad. Also could have been under a horse collar there. It was close.
Yeah.
They called the one in the first half. That was just as close as that one.
Well, Danny Klein is taking the field for Kenmore East. He is going to be under center. Looks like he's gathering the huddle now. So nice to see the young quarterback appears to not be banged up too much at the end of that first half. He's going to stay out there and hopefully finish this thing out. 1st and 10. They mark it at the Kenmore East 31. Bulldogs had a pair of touchdowns in the first half with a successful 2-point conversion after the first one to get this 15-6 lead. Well, what was a 15-6 lead? 1st and 10, he dumps that one off, is able to connect with the tight end, Kelly, and that'll be a nice short pickup through the air for Kenmore East.
Yeah, good first play there. Getting the quarterback his feet back, get him a little confidence after coming off, being injured in the second quarter. Good first play there.
And you get another person involved in this Kenmore East offense. I think that's the first time they've thrown Kelly's way tonight. If not, it's probably only the second time. But we've called his name a few times tonight on defense and special teams. But nice to see this Bulldog offense continuing to use those multiple pieces that they have.
Yeah, Kelly, another big kid for Kenmore East, 6 foot 215 tight end.
Kelly only a junior on this relatively young Bulldog squad. 1st and 10, handoff there to Pryor. He's able to shed away a few tacklers, and now he's got some room to run. Tries to shake his way up the middle. He gets another few, and that's going to be enough for a first down. That's about a pickup of a dozen for Carson Pryor.
Yeah, that was great field vision by Pryor there. They ran a counter to the right. North Tonawanda was actually blitzing there and actually had the play busted in the backfield. Pryor able to put his foot in the ground, go back to the left, and gain positive yardage. Great play there.
Yeah, we talked about his strength and size as a runner earlier, but really showed some finesse on that run too. Nice footwork to move in between the tacklers and pick up some yards. So that moves the line of scrimmage out to the 43 of Kenmore East. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs as we approach the midway point of the third quarter. 7:45 and counting left in this one. Klein avoids one sacker, now two. He gets the pass away, and that one's off the hands of Rieselman, and it falls out of bounds. Kenmore East able to avoid turning it over there, but Klein doing a nice job at least to keep the play alive.
Yeah, so a nice job. Again, a young quarterback, something he's going to learn there. Made a great play to get, not have the negative yardage, but then try to force a pass there. Maybe that's one you want to see him throw away, live to play another down, right? But again, a nice athletic play, getting away from the sack, no negative yardage. And then, a little bit of schoolyard football there, just try to make something happen there. That'll come with time, though.
And you'll appreciate that from him, too. While, yes, it might not be the best decision, you can always appreciate a guy that's always trying to make things happen.
Yep.
Not giving up on anything, taking the play until it's an actual whistle or the play is dead. 2nd and 10, going to hand this off to Orlando. He's tripped up. We'll see if they mark that as a short gain for Ken East or if it'll be 3rd and 10. Approaching 7 minutes to play in this third quarter. Kenmore East again making a couple substitutions. They mark it as a short gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
So big play here for the North Tonawanda defense. You see the sidelines trying to get their defense pumped up here. See if they can get a stop and get the ball back.
Klein in the shotgun. He's got running back right on his left hip. Takes the snap, drops back, feels some pressure. He's able to turn away from it. Lets a pass go, and that one just in front of his receiver. Was looking for Jordan Ward. His receiver might have slipped a little bit too, but that pass just a little far out in front of him.
Yeah, made a real nice play to leave the pocket, to extend the play. Did have his receiver open, but just overshot him a little bit. Ward may have fell a little bit there. But lived the play another down, no damage. Punt the ball away, play defense. Although last time we thought they were going to punt it on 4th and 18, they went for it. So.
Yeah, and I was going to say, we haven't seen a punt yet this evening from either side. And Kenmore East hasn't changed a lot of personnel out there yet, so we'll see if they are going to kick this one away. Klein isn't on the field, so I assume they will.
Yeah, Colburn kicks extra points for them. I don't know if he punts, but looked like he was going in the backfield. So.
And we're going to talk it over for another minute. Kenmore East calls the timeout. 1 point lead for the visiting Bulldogs, 6:40 to go in the third quarter in this divisional matchup. It's a clash between two Class A North foes. We will take a quick break and be right back for more action here on WMY Athletics.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Moe at Cairo First.
Welcome back to WMY Athletics. Third quarter action here at North Tonawanda between the home Lumberjacks and the visiting Ken East Bulldogs. John Simon, Tim Chief on the call here. 4th and 8. The Bulldogs punting this one away. As Coburn's kick lands around the 25. It'll take a unfavorable but small bounce for Kenmore East. And the Bulldogs down at the North Tonawanda 24. That is where the Lumberjack offense will come back onto the field. Officials for tonight's game: referee John Drobitz, umpire Tim Lebensky, linesman Dave Michael, and line judge Ken Thrun. Tim, they've done a pretty good job tonight. I haven't heard too much from the home North Tonawanda crowd, slamming the officials. If you can keep the home crowd happy, I think you can make everybody happy.
They
except
weren't too
the
happy with the
visiting
horse
crowd.
collar. I think
That's true.
They didn't like that one too much, but other than that, it was been pretty good.
John and Tim, I just want to break in real quick and send a special shout-out to Jim McNally. Everyone knows him around Western New York football, college football, high school football, NFL football, assistant coach for many years. Jim McNally is at home resting up. Had a little bit of an accident, so to speak. Was in the hospital for a little bit, had a major surgery. He's at home resting. Want to send a shout-out to Jim McNally. We're thinking about you, buddy. Hope you're watching, enjoying the broadcast tonight. You're probably watching the Niagara-Wheatfield game, Sweet Home, but check in on this NT Ken East game. It's a pretty good one with John and Tim on the call. We'll send it back upstairs.
That's, of course, another Class A North Division matchup. 9 teams make up that group. 17 in total in Class A between the North and South Division, and 8 playoff spots available, 4 from each division. And both Ken East, NT, and Sweet Home and Niagara-Wheatfield all looking to be one of those 4 teams that make it on from the North Division. But a nice 1st and 10 run there for North Tonawanda. Picks up about a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down as we're nearing the halfway point of this quarter. Almost 6 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Good job by number 44, Joe Kelly for Kenmore East, the middle linebacker. Stuffing the run right about the 1-yard mark.
Yeah, we've called Kelly's name quite a bit tonight on both sides of the ball now. Junior tight end and linebacker. Right in the middle of that Ken East defense. 2nd and 9. Going to be a handoff here for North Tonawanda. Getting it on the jet sweep was Aiden Woolston. And now he breaks away from the pack. He's got nothing but green in front of him, but he's chased down and brought to the turf by Jordan Ward. But what an explosive run there by Aiden Woolston. It seemed
into something there. Was, they had him stopped by about the 1 yard. Just went through everybody.
And now this is the big key for North Tonawanda, is the follow-up after a big gain there. We saw it back in the first half. They got a big run from Heim, and then they coughed the ball up close to the Kenmore East end zone. Let's see if the Jacks can finish this drive strong. They've already got 1 touchdown here in the second half, looking to take their first lead in the game now. 1st and 10 from the Ken East 43. Rieseman dialing up one long range, looking for Van Volksen, and that one broken up, and it falls incomplete. Van Volkenberg was his intended receiver on that throw.
Yeah, good job by the senior cornerback, Easton Jenny for Kenmore East, staying with the play the entire time, able to get a hand on there and knock the ball away.
So Rieselman tries to find Van Volkenberg on the deep shot there. It falls incomplete, stops the clock with 4:55 to go in the 3rd. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 for North Tonawanda. Offense has had a good second half, got a great starting spot after a short kick to start the 3rd quarter. They started on the Kenmore East side of the 50. And they capped that drive off with a nice touchdown run from Dennis Johnson. He's got 2 today. Riesemann going to keep it here, but now he pitches it to Johnson, and he makes a nice cut back towards the middle, and he's got room to run down the left side. Johnson getting to the 20, tries to shake a pair of defenders, and they're able to corral him and bring him down. But another nice run for Dennis Johnson has North Tonawanda in the red zone. They are down at the Kenmore East 20.
Yeah, nice. Rolls to his right, elects to dish it back to number 12. Was it Dennis Johnson, right? Who ran
Yes,
the ball?
sir.
And Johnson cuts it all the way back to the far field with a burst of speed there again, getting it down to the 20-yard line at Kenmore East.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 20, as Tim said, for North Tonawanda. A touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion earlier in this quarter got them within 1 point. They're now looking to take their first lead of the evening over the visiting Ken East Bulldogs. Riesemann takes the snap, hands it off to Heim. He goes up the left side and takes a small pack with him, down for about a gain of 5 or 6. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter now. Clock running at 3:45. Looks like that was a gain of about 6 yards on that run by Heim, so it'll be 2nd and 4. Actually, they'll mark it 2nd and 5, excuse me. Rieselman handing it off again. Johnson right up the middle, and that one is an easy score. Johnson gets his 3rd of the game, and the Lumberjacks get their first lead. It's now 20-15 North Tonawanda.
Yeah, Dennis Johnson, the senior running back, definitely a workhorse on that drive.
They try and go up 7 with another successful 2-point conversion. And it looks like they're going to attempt the 2. Rieselman takes the snap, hands it off to Heim, and he will cross the plane. That's another 2 on the board, and it's a 7-point lead for North Tonawanda. Jacks on top. So late here in the third quarter, this frame's been all North Tonawanda. 2 touchdowns here in the second half for the Jacks. Had them in front for the first time. It's a 7-point lead. And after a back and forth first half, this thing is starting to sway in one direction for North Tonawanda. We'll take a quick break. 3:17 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with more action here on Western New York Athletics.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Look, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it.
Welcome back to WNY Athletics. Action back underway here. Third quarter between Kenmore East and North Tonawanda. The Jacks kicking it away following a go-ahead touchdown score, and that one taken up to around the 30 of Kenmore East by Gio Monasteri, but we got a whistle as there is a Lumberjack down on the field. It's Carter Trombley, senior lineman. And we'll hope he gets up in a moment. He's being attended to by the trainer. Couple of scores from around Section 6. I know we got a few other games going on. Frank Wolf, what's it looking like outside of here?
Well, on WNYO, the game of the night is Sweet Home in Niagara-Wheatfield. The Panthers lead 12-8 at the half. And then out in Cheektowaga, Cheektowaga out in front of Burgard 22-6. Send it back to you, John.
So a couple of A matchups tonight between the game at Sweet Home and the one that you are watching right now, along with a B game over in Cheektowaga. We, of course, have got some coverage over there. Follow Jake Fyock on Twitter for live updates from the Cheektowaga Burgard game. We, of course, apologize for not getting that game broadcasted tonight. We had some technical difficulties. But if you're over here watching this game because you couldn't watch that game at Cheektowaga, we thank you for picking us as your number 2 choice. But it looks like North Tonawanda's injured player, Trombley, is up on his feet and being helped back towards the bench, however, walking rather gingerly. Hope he gets better and can return to this game. But aside from what's happening right now in the field, the player getting banged up, this has been a pretty good third quarter for North Tonawanda. The home crowd has kind of shifted its mood a little bit.
Yeah, whatever the message was from the North Tonawanda coaching staff to the players there in halftime, it's worked. They came out looking like a completely different team in the second half. Great first drive, great stop on defense, and then go right back down and score again. So this is the first time that we'll see Danny Klein with some, he has some adversity here to see if the young quarterback can overcome it.
Yeah, has been playing with a lead really this whole game. They scored on the opening drive, the Bulldogs have, and up until a moment ago they've been ahead. Beautiful looking pass there, but it gets tipped on the way, I believe. That one was intended for Coburn, but it lands incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Dennis Johnson, Mr. Everything on the offensive end, also just had a tip ball away there. Almost a long completed pass. May have still been running right now. So good job by the defensive cornerback there, number 12, Dennis Johnson.
Yeah, they certainly have to keep a closer eye on Coburn, number 8 in white, the 6'3" receiver, already with a pair of touchdown grabs this evening. And with an athlete like Johnson, a guy who's got 3 rushing scores on the North Tonawanda side, you may want to keep him, glued to Coburn as much as possible. Right now they got Johnson on Monastery at the top of your screen. 2nd and 10 from their own 30. Kenmore East swinging that one out to Pryor. He's got some room to run. He goes up along the sideline and gets to about midfield before North Tonawanda brings him down, and that will bring Ken East into North Tonawanda territory.
Yeah, great job by Kenmore East there. That was just, let's get the ball to our athletes and let them make a play. Got a little swing pass out in the open field, and Pryor just made a really nice play, getting upfield, big chunk of yardage, now into North Tonawanda territory.
Hasn't found the end zone yet in this game, but, we've talked about Klein, and, of course, there's the pair of big touchdown catches from Coburn, but I don't know if there's a more important piece to this Kenmore East offense than Carson Pryor. I just feel like when their backs are against the wall a little bit and they need some breathing room, he's going to get you yards and he's going to give you some room to breathe.
Absolutely.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're in North Tonawanda's territory at the Lumberjack 48. Approaching 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Klein takes the snap, immediately goes forward, and he's going to run this one himself. Makes a nice move to get some space, and he'll slide down around the 35, as that'll be a nice pickup, but we've got some more pushing and shoving on the far side of the field. And I gave the officials credit a few minutes ago. They're letting these guys play out there. There's been a few skirmishes tonight that they've let go without flags.
Getting a little chippy, but nothing too crazy at least. So they do have somewhat good control in that aspect. But more importantly, another great run by the young quarterback. Nice scramble play, getting it down to about the 36-yard line of North Tonawanda, and another first down.
Ken East looking to get their first win of the season in their first game. We mentioned before their opener last week against Dunkirk was canceled due to COVID issues with Dunkirk's program. Also looking to avenge a loss to North Tonawanda last year. The Jacks won at Kenmore East 49-14. 1st and 10 from the 36. Klein seeing some pressure, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. That's a sack by the North Tonawanda defense as a group of their defenders were able to get in on the quarterback. That's going to back Kenmore East up about 8 or 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd and long with a minute to play here in the quarter.
Yeah, so 2nd and 18 here. Obviously not a great play for Kenmore East, but no need to panic. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Get positive yardage here. Give yourself a manageable third down to give yourself a chance to get that first down.
40 seconds remain now in the third quarter. 2nd and 18 from the 44 North Tonawanda for Ken East. Klein got a pair of receivers to his right, puts Kelly in motion, and now we got some movement. And we'll see who that's against.
Yeah, it should be on Kenmore East. I think the run Pryor moved.
Yeah, prior move, which caused Heim to jump over for NT. And it looks like they are going to get the call on Kenmore East. Tough break for the Bulldogs. That's a backup of another 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 23. And now you're definitely not looking at picking all this up at once on this play. Clock running. 20 seconds left in the quarter. We'll see if Ken East runs this play before the end of the frame. I'm sure that they will. But this could very well be the final play before the fourth quarter. Klein takes the snap and immediately gets brought down by Heim. He got into the backfield like a bullet. And that'll end the third quarter. The third frame, all Lumberjacks, as they outscore Ken East 14-0 in the frame and take a 22-15 lead into the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick timeout as we approach the final frame. Stay tuned here for fourth quarter action here on WMY Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com. When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offers stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Welcome back to WMYathletics.com for the start of the fourth quarter between North Tonawanda and Kenmore East. John Simon, Tim Chief are coming to you live from North Tonawanda High School. It is 3rd and 28 for the Bulldogs as we start this fourth quarter. Kenny's down a score, and now it's a bad snap. Klein will have to go back to chase it, and things just continue to go North Tonawanda's way as Klein is brought down inside the 30. That'll bring up 4th and long and presumably a punt from Kenmore East.
Yeah, we talked about the whole first half, how North Tonawanda was kind of shooting themselves in the foot, and it's completely reversed now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a bunch of mistakes by Kenmore East, offensively, defensively. I think it's 4th and about 39 now or something like that. So still plenty of time. You're only down one score, but you got to regroup right here. You got to get a stop if you're the Kenmore East Bulldogs defense here.
Yeah, you don't see this too often. The first down marker is inside the 30 of North Tonawanda, but the line of scrimmage is inside the 30 of Kenmore East. So